You'll be hearing about the work of 3 of our departments, so I'd like to highlight some of the other departments that aren't represented today. One of the unique features in our reorganization was we developed a separate administrative department. We have 18 administrative staff that are responsible for work that entails packing boxes for training all the way up to and including proofing for curriculum. The manager of the administrative department is skilled in business practice and therefore is able to fully support our staff and the work expected of them. With them being in the same unit, they also have a much better ability to support each other and be able to share the work as it fluctuates across departments. The other thing that we're very fortunate to have is the technology department, which has really enhanced all of our work, such as the website, and has contributed immensely to the development of our online curriculum, promoting advancement of our work products. This department houses the data crucial to our planning and decision-making. And last but not least, for what I want to discuss, fiscal and HR. They're the backbone of our agency. And when you employ 80-plus staff, you know we keep them busy. Our staff are located both in-house and remotely based on the regional breakdown that the Office of Children, Youth, and Families, so we replicate that regional design. We also have the 6 regional training centers. They at one time had been where the staff were located, but when we centralized, we still maintained the facilities so that we can still offer the training locally. But we've also expanded that facility to be able to support technical assistance collaboration and other partnerships with other agencies to be able to make the most efficient use of those buildings. The Resource Center also changed their name back around between 2010 and 2011. We've changed our name, I think, 3 times in its history, but the most recent change went from training program to resource center because we felt it was important to better reflect the type of work that we do. To be able to fund all of this, we're onto the funding streams, and as you can see, we've got a diverse source of funding. We are not totally dependent on 4E. And what Terry neglected to say is that the state has committed to providing the state funding when other funding sources really were cut back from the federal level. In most recent years, we've expanded with the other funding sources such as CAPTA, the Children's Justice Act, and the Caseworker Visitation. The Casey Family Programs has been the revenue source for the CQI that will be discussed later. In spite of the diversity of the funding sources and their respective requirements, we believe it is imperative to connect the work to the practice model, that nothing becomes just an add-on. Even though as we expand our work, that is how it's delivered. We then feel it's imperative as a resource center to be able to make those connections for the staff and the other stakeholders so that it is, yet again, really well connected to the practice model. In the next slide, we're talking